Former and current North Charleston police were called to the stand to testify against Michael Slager today.
That's right. The former police officer now facing murder charges for killing Walter Scott. News 2's Rebecca Collette was in the courtroom, and she joins us now with a recap of what happened in court today. Rebecca.
Good evening, guys. Even before the jury filed in, Scarlett Wilson, the solicitor here, said that she should warn the court that she was calling hostile witnesses. She said that they are former colleagues and friends of Michael Slager, but she needed their testimony to paint the picture of what happened the day Walter Scott was shot. There were several key topics covered today. How disheveled was Michael Slager following a physical engagement with Walter Scott?
A finger and his knees were, he had abrasions on his knees.
Part of the tension came when the prosecution rapid-fire questions about that physical contact between Slager and Scott. Officer Bowman testified he could see Slager had been in a physical fight, but when pressed for details about how disheveled Slager was, the officer said his shirt wasn't untucked and he couldn't answer other questions. Slager's reputation at the police department also came up with each officer.
Proactive. He's proactive.
Some of that testimony.
Michael said he was able to stand up and he drew his weapon.
An officer recalling Slager's version of the events. It's contradicted by the video from the day of the shooting.
He has indicated to me that he rendered aid. He didn't say what.
He didn't. The most intense questioning came about the final minutes of Walter Scott's life and the shooting captured on camera.
Through the video, I would agree that that would be de-escalating.
When you gave that answer to the prosecutor, you weren't in the fight itself. You weren't in that position. You weren't there with the nanoseconds of escalation to say that there should have been some de-escalation.
That's correct, sir. I wasn't there at the time of the shooting.
The last expert on the stand today was the taser expert. Two key points that came out of his testimony that the defense wanted to start sowing some seeds of doubt. He said he didn't test for trace DNA because SLED didn't ask him to, and he also said he couldn't prove if that taser had made contact with anyone or if it had, with whom. I'm sure we'll hear from other experts for the defense as they sowed, like I mentioned, that seed of doubt. Downtown Charleston tonight, I'm Rebecca Collette.